So you're wondering what's going on in Las Vegas in April? Good news, you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to be running through a list of local events, concerts, sports, comedy, and so much more. Let's get this party started. Okay, when you live in Las Vegas, the biggest issue that you're gonna run into is deciding what not to do, because honestly, there are always at least 100 cool things, events, shows, whatever, on any given day of the week. This month is by far the most jam-packed I've ever seen since I started making these videos for you, and I'm gonna be honest, full transparency, I had to cut out like 20%, maybe even 30% of the stuff that's available for you to do, because we would still be here next week watching this video if I included all of them. Okay, now before I jump into the list, please remember that I am a Las Vegas real estate and lifestyle expert, so if you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, I want to freaking know about it. I don't care if you're moving now, 10 years from now, it doesn't matter to me, baby. I just want to know so we can become friends sooner rather than later, and I can help you with your process of moving. So do me a favor, click the link in the pinned comment below, click the link in the description, make sure you subscribe, like, do all the stuff. Now let's get this party started. Okay, we're going to kick off with local events. It's my favorite thing to touch on, and I always put it in the front of the video because my goal is to have you become a local someday, of course. This year, for whatever reason, April 1st seems to be the day of all days to do something in Las Vegas. There are over 150, if not more, events and concerts and cool experiences happening all around town. I'm not including all of them, but here's a snippet of some of the cool local events that are happening just on April 1st alone. It is going to be Easter weekend, so they're going to be celebrating Easter down at the town square for you, the kids, the family. It's going to be a super duper good time. Easter Storybook Adventures is going to be happening inside town square, as well as the Pavilion Center pool is going to be hosting the Easter Extravaganza. Foodie Land Night Market is going to be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway Bull Ring, and that's going to be a really cool event that actually spans March 31st through April 2nd. Kizuna Japanese Spring Festival will be at Sammy Davis Jr. Festival Plaza. High Tea in the Sky is going to be calling anybody who wants to celebrate the oncoming spring season, as we all do. Flowers are blooming, so why shouldn't the cocktails be blooming also? This is going to be at the Circa Hotel downtown at Legacy Club. And guess what, my friends? It's that time of year once again. It's the Great Vegas Festival of Beer. Yes, 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 we are calling all beer enthusiasts and foodie enthusiasts to come to the downtown Las Vegas Event Center for the annual Great Vegas Festival of Beer by Motley Brews. This is the 11th year of them doing this amazing event, and again, it's that April 1st is going to be the day you want to enjoy that. We're also going to be doing a concert in the park with jazz vocalist Rita Lim, which is a free, open to the public event at Bob Baskin Park. And Mania Under the Sun is going to be kicking off Vegas's pool season, baby, with 2 weekends in a row of awesome fun in the sun at Stadium Swim at Circa downtown. April 1st is going to be the first weekend, and you can tune in for the rest. Don't miss out on the Walk MS experience happening at Sunset Park. And then, of course, the Touch a Truck experience, which is kind of a family connection event happening at downtown Summerlin. It's going to allow you to touch all kinds of trucks, trash trucks, construction trucks, school buses, big, huge fire trucks, anything that your little boys or little girls, or maybe the bigger boys and bigger girls might be interested in. That's going to be happening at the Lawn at downtown Summerlin. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the month, because we have a lot of stuff going on in April. It's not all about just April 1st. Tech Alley is a full-day monthly event that brings the tech and startup communities together to share knowledge and network and just strengthen the entrepreneur ecosystem here in Las Vegas. One of my favorite events that happens each and every month. It's going to be on Main Street down in the Arts District on April 13th. We also are going to have a Magic Open Night, which is going to be kind of a cool magic experience happening at F the Bar at Ferguson's downtown. That's going to be happening April 13th and 27th. Art in the Park is going to be a really fun experience for you to check out at Bruce Trent Park on April 22nd. And Tour de Summerlin, like, you know, Tour de France, but Tour de Summerlin is a bike riding experience for the whole neighborhood and the whole family that's going to be experienced all around Summerlin, of course, one of the most popular neighborhoods in Las Vegas. That's going to be on April 22nd. If you're an anime fan, please make sure you check out the Anime Las Vegas experience. It's going to be at the World Market Center April 22nd to 23rd. If you like bluegrass, don't worry, we've got a Las Vegas Bluegrass Festival happening at Centennial Hills Park on April 15th. Concert in the Park is going to be happening with Row Row Earth Day Block Party, which is a free event that's going to be happening on 3rd Street at the 3rd Street Promenade. Lots of different bands, food trucks, the works. That's going to be on April 22nd. The 2023 Las Vegas City of Lights Jazz and R&B Festival is going to be happening at the Clark County Government Center on April 29th and 30th. Now that's just a snippet of the local events that are happening. I cannot express to you enough. If you're looking to get into local events, certainly reach out to me and my team. We can certainly help you plug in. But Facebook is your friend. I know, Facebook. But also TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you just Google Las Vegas local events in April. I promise you, you're going to find at least 25% more than what I just shared with you just now. Now let's move on to residencies. I often leave out our residencies because it's kind of always there. But I want to kind of touch on this because we are always knocking it out of the park when it comes to concerts and big events and really cool experiences here in Las Vegas. But sometimes our beautiful residency shows get left in the dust. So I'm gonna touch on a few of them just to remind you of the badass lineup that we have here in Las Vegas. Don't forget that Luke Bryan is now gonna be playing at Resorts World. Donny Osmond continues his awesome residency over at Harrah's. Mr. Wayne Newton himself, Donka Shane, is at Flamingo. Maroon 5, not sure if you're aware, but Maroon 5 is gonna be playing at Park MGM to continue their residency this year. Miss Katy Perry herself is at Resorts World. Usher is at Park MGM. Sting is at Caesar's Palace. Barry Manilow is at the Westgate. We got Adele. We got, you know what, we've got too many for me to mention, but those are just to give you a whet your palate to remind you that it's not all about the stuff coming into town. We don't want to forget the cool stuff that's here all the time. Okay, let's move on to concerts, and I'm gonna have to take a deep breath for this one because this is a long freaking list. Now, back to the beginning when I said April 1st had quite a few things to be aware of when it comes to local events. Same thing goes for concerts. So I'm gonna run through the April 1st concerts alone to start, and then I'll move on to the rest. Okay, let's kick it off with one of my favorites, Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're gonna be playing at Allegiant Stadium. I remember seeing those guys when I was in high school at Thomas and Mack Center, so they've come up since then, of course. Eric Bellinger is gonna be playing at the Virgin Hotels. Jai Wolf, one of my favorite DJs, is gonna be at Area 15. Christian Sands is going to be at the Smith Center. The Jacksons, that's right, the Jacksons with the original members, obviously minus Michael, are going to be playing at the Palms Casino. New Edition Legacy Tour with Keith Sweat, Guy, and special guest Tank are going to be at T-Mobile Arena on April 7th. Jaws is going to be at Area 15 on April 7th. Bone Thugs and Harmony are going to be at the Brooklyn Bowl on April 8th. Earl Turner is going to be at Smith Center on April 12th. The Gorillaz, that's right, the Gorillaz, are going to be at Planet Hollywood on April 12th. Snail Mail is going to be at Area 15 on April 13th. Babyface Ray with VZ is going to be at Virgin Hotels on April 13th. Unwritten Law with Authority Zero and Mercy Music are going to be at the Virgin Hotels on April 14th. Brad Paisley, yes, Brad Paisley is going to be playing his acoustic storyteller show at the Wynn on April 14th and 15th. An Evening with Epic High is going to be at the Chelsea at Cosmo on April 14th. Mora is going to be at Downtown Las Vegas Event Center on April 14th as well. Mr. Smokey Robinson himself with his velvet voice is going to be at the Venetian on April 14th and 15th. Jumaine Smith is going to be at the Smith Center on April 15th. For those Broadway lovers like myself, Miss Patti LuPone herself is going to be at the Smith Center on April 16th, and this is a show that's been rescheduled for I think almost 2 years. So for those of you who had tickets, don't forget she's coming into town finally. FKJ or French Kiwi Juice is going to be at Virgin Hotels on April 16th. I will be at that show. Frankie Marino is going to be at the Palms Casino on April 20th. Sam Hunt will be at the Resorts World April 20th and 22nd. Jason Mraz, I love Jason Mraz. If I could scream from the rooftops how much I love this man, I would and probably will. He's going to be with Dean Lewis and Michael Richter at the Virgin Hotels on April 29th. Muse, another amazing, amazing band that I haven't seen ever play live. I'm probably going to have to check this one out. They're going to be at T-Mobile Arena on April 8th. 38 Special is going to be at Westgate April 28th. The Chi Lights featuring Marshall Thompson, which is one of my favorite Motown bands. The Rio, April 9th. Elderbrook. Let me just pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Elderbrook is one of my newest and favorite newest guys that I love to follow. He's an incredible DJ / musician. He's going to be at Brooklyn Bowl on April 11th, and you know I'm going to be there. Static X is going to be in concert in Las Vegas at the House of Blues on April 13th. And there's going to be a unique experience called An Evening with Priscilla Presley, yes, Miss Priscilla Presley herself, at the South Point Casino on April 28th through 30th. I don't know how much music will be involved, but I know she's going to be speaking about memories and just her time living with Elvis, her family. It should be a pretty special experience, so be sure to check that out. Ellie King is going to be at Westgate on April 29th. Iggy Pop himself is going to be at the Palms Casino on April 29th. And Kenny G, I like to call him the baby making music guy, is going to be at Smith Center on April 29th also. Like I said, that is a fraction of the concerts that are here in town. I absolutely cut out about 25 to 30% because I can only handle so much, and I think you can too. So if you're thinking I missed something, don't worry, just Google it. I'm sure that band you thought was coming into town is absolutely here. When it comes to sports, I've definitely pared it down a bit. There's been quite a few reschedules and things happening, so just know that T-Mobile Arena is going to have our amazing Vegas Golden Knights playing, so be sure to check their website for their schedule. And we do have a really cool event happening at T-Mobile Arena as well with Davis versus Garcia on April 22nd. Aside from that, I'm leaving sports to the side for a minute, but promise you I'll come back with more next month. Okay, let's talk comedy. Comedy is one of my favorite things to go to. I love checking out comedy clubs, and we have so many opportunities both on and off the strip here in Las Vegas for you to check out comedy. One of my favorite little clubs that are off the strip, located in downtown Vegas, Vegas is Wise Guys Comedy. So this month they've got a pretty cool lineup, starting with Ryan Long on April 1st, Trey Lamb on April 7th, Rodney Norman April 14th and 15th, Sunday Night with Cap, John Caparulo on April 16th, Mr. Pauly Shore himself, the owner of Wise Guys, April 21 and 22, and Alanjan Mitra on April 28th and 29th. The Venetian's going to be hosting David Spade and Nikki Glazer on April 28th. The Tropicana's going to be hosting John Lovitz on April 27th through the 29th. South Point will be hosting Mr. Jim Brewer through April 14th through 16th. The House of Blues is getting into the comedy game, which is kind of fun. They're doing the Noel Miller on April 22nd, and then they're doing a really cool event called Lucha Vavoom, which is like a variety show where like world-class Mexican masked wrestling, burlesque, and comedy people kind of collide. That's happening on April 28th. The Chelsea at the Cosmo is going to be hosting some really cool acts this month, of course. Dane Cook, who I wasn't even sure was doing comedy, so I'm pretty stoked to hear. He's going to be there on April 1st. And Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias is going to be there April 1st through the 9th. Caesar's Palace is going to be hosting the one and only Jerry Seinfeld April 14th through 15th. The Wynn and Encore are going to be hosting Fortune Feimster on April 1st, John Mulaney on April 19th and 23rd, and Miss Ali Wong herself, April 28th and 29th. Mirage is going to be hosting Chico Bean April 8th, Ray Romano and Brian Regan April 14th, Miss Chelsea Handler April 28th, and please don't forget to check out the other places around town that have like a full lineup of people that I could not go through if I tried. So we've got Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, The Laugh Factory, and so much more. Comedy is where it's at when it comes to Las Vegas. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted after working through this entire list. And like I said, I've cut it down quite a bit. So stay tuned for next month. I'm going to try to make up for lost time and really go deep. But this was a pretty extensive list. So if you're planning on coming to Vegas anytime in April, let's start booking those shows now. Most of these shows are going to sell out because the weather's nice, people are going to be out, and the pool clubs are open again, baby. So I hope to see you either at a pool club, at a regular club, or out on the street here in Las Vegas. If you're thinking about moving to Vegas or making this your neon hometown like it is mine, I want to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. Be sure to click the link below or in the pinned comment below, and I would love to just chat with you about your plans, whether it's now or 25 years from now. I don't care. Otherwise, I will see you next month, my friends.